Hello and welcome to this week's travel show on ukhealthradio.com with me, John Guinn, and Happy New Year. This week's show is mainly about being scared of flying. People are now looking forward to the holidays for 2016, but some people are already worried about getting on the plane. So I have two guests. One is easyJet, talking about their frequent flyer course. They've just released dates for 2016, so you can help combat your fear of flying. And I have a hypnotherapist as well who talks about how she can help those whose legs turn to jelly when they think about flying. As I say, I used to be the same. It was a load of short hops in the Caribbean that cured me, just constantly getting up in the plane and landing again, and just went click and I was fine. But before that I was on Valium. That's the only way you can get me on. And I was on Valium just after 9/11 coming back from Kenya, and I was the only person on the flight who was chilled. Because, of course, the 9/11 just happened a couple of days before. And getting through the airport was quite worrying with only one x-ray machine, and then dogs came on to sniff everybody before it took off. It was very fraught, but as I say, I was fine. I was on Valium. I was speaking to the security people in Swahili, and I was being invited back because I was the only one who wasn't having a go at anyone. But that Valium's not the best way to go, so these fearless flyer courses or hypnotherapy is probably a lot better for you. And I'm also talking about honeymoons as well, because somebody might have said, will you marry me? Because it's the 1st of January, and I would talk about honeymoons too, and a few travel tips. So January is also a time when people look forward. I'm the wrong person really to guess which destination to go to for this year, because I'm the one who decided to specialise in Syria 6 months before the civil war broke out. So I'll be talking about ABTA's top 10 destinations in a short while. But January is a popular time to book a holiday, but it's also a popular time for fraudulent websites. ABTA, the Travel Association, is worried about consumers being ripped off by booking on fake websites, because the growth of holidays and flights available on the internet has provided a wealth of opportunities for the travelling public to book their own trips, but it's also provided opportunities for fraudsters. And setting up a website is really quite cheap, so scammers can quite quickly and easily and cheaply rip off members of the public for large sums of money. So ABTA has come up with a list of warning signs to look out for. And a combination of these signs may well be an indication that the website you're looking at is not legitimate. The first one is flight or holiday prices are considerably cheaper than competitors. ABTA reminds people that flight prices are largely set by the airlines, so although agents do have some leeway in price, if the agent you are contacting is charging significantly less than anyone else, it could be a sign that something's not quite right. I've been telling people about fraudulent websites for years and years and years. When I was a travel agent, people just thought I was saying, book with me, I'm safe. Everybody else is cheaper than me, it's dodgy. But it is something you need to watch out for. I'm looking out for a new mobile phone, and I found a website through one of the money supermarket type websites, and it's 10% of the cost of going to EE. It's £136 saving on a mobile phone. You think, how is that possible? And what happens if something goes wrong and you're dealing with a website, you're not dealing with a person? So I'm thinking at the one time I'm making a massive saving if I go with these people, then the other side, the travel part of me goes, I've been preaching people about this sort of thing all the time, so just run away. So it's not just holidays you need to watch out for, it's anything. So back to ABTA. The website uses low resolution or fuzzy logos for trade associations or credit card companies, so they don't have access to the proper files. The only payment option is by bank transfer. This means that no bank is prepared to provide credit card facilities, but if you're dealing with a scammer, it would be virtually impossible to get your money back if you pay by bank transfer. Never do it. There's no receipt of tickets, and when you try and chase up, you're constantly fobbed off. That's a bad sign. And if a company is defrauding people, there is a good chance that consumers will post details of their experience and warnings about the company. So check review websites for that company, which is what I did for this phone company, because I thought, check reviews. And the reviews are great, but there's only one review posted per day, so it's quite easy for the company to put their own reviews up saying how great they are. So if you go to a review website, you have to find a place where there's loads and loads of reviews, so it's harder for the company to bombard the place with their own reviews, and they can have more chance of them being legitimate, something to watch out for. So members of the public who have been victims of travel-related fraud should register their complaint online at Action Fraud, which is www.actionfraud.police.uk, or you can give them a call at 0300 123 2040. And the website and the phone number will be posted at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show.
What about my phone call? I want to call my family.
Too late now.
Please, please, please.
Step through now, please.
Oh, no.
Too late now.
Here's the goods. You take them in false bottom bag, you strap them to your body, it's up to you.
Look, I've changed my mind. I want out.
Too late now.
So, you're offering me a free holiday?
Yeah,
I just have to bring back something for a friend of yours.
that's right. You get some serious cash.
Right.
Well,
Not too late. Don't get talked into trafficking drugs. Once you're in, the British government can't get you out. Don't throw your life away.
You're listening to The Travel Show with John Guinn on ukhealthradio.com. So, travel predictions for 2016 from ABTA. At the beginning I said 10, but it's actually 12. It's been an early start to me this morning. So, ABTA's Travel Trends Report 2016 has revealed the 12 destinations to watch for this new year. The report was in association with the Foreign Commonwealth Office, also highlights emerging and key trends in travel which will influence holiday habits in the year ahead. The report reveals that almost a quarter, 23% of the population are expecting to spend more on their holidays, which is up slightly from 20% last year. 18%, almost 1 in 5, said they will travel to a country they've never been to before, compared to 9% who said that last year. Also, 23% say they will try a new resort or city, even if they visited the country before, compared to 10% who said this last year. So the destinations to watch are a mixture, and the ones that have captured the public's imagination are Abu Dhabi, Canada, China, specifically the Silk Road, France, Hawaii, Iceland, Iran. I've been saying Iran's the place to go for years. People have finally caught up with me. Naples in Italy and surrounding areas, Peru, Poland, Queensland and Sri Lanka. So the key trends identified in the Travel Trends Report 2016 include 1. West is best. There's been a return to the Western Mediterranean, particularly Spain. These destinations have been the main beneficiary of a shift towards tried and tested destinations with a combination of geopolitical uncertainty, a favourable exchange rate with the euro, prompting British holiday makers to revisit their old favourites. The holiday have splashed the cash. 39% of people with top jobs say they are planning to spend more on holidays in 2016, which is apparently something called social grade A. Social grade B are also more likely to spend more than average they spent last year, with 27% saying they're going to be doing this. Social grade A took an average of 8 holidays per person, up from 7.4 holidays per person in 2011, and this group continues to drive growth in holiday market in 2016. So with all these holidays, it looks like they earn more and work less. Destination transformation and gentrification. An example they give here is Miami South Beach and Barcelona, destinations that are repositioning in order to attract specific markets, and ABTA says it's expected to be a key trend for 2016. And another high profile example is Magaluf, which introduced new laws and worked with hotel groups to open hotels aimed at a more affluent and more family orientated market, instead of the youngsters getting drunk and throwing up, I guess. Long haul holidays are no longer the preserve for the intrepid traveller. A wider availability of new aircraft such as the Dreamliner and the Airbus 380 are making long haul travel more attractive, as is the air passenger tax being removed from bands C and D in April, which is expected to save holidaymakers £200 million a year. And finally, for this little excerpt of the report, according to ABTA members, older holidaymakers are travelling further and are seeking more active and adventurous holidays. Those new adventure holidays are planned for 2016 to meet demand from customers who grew up in the 1960s and have seen it all, apparently. And I will post a link to the report so you can find out more about it and the advice from the Foreign Commonwealth Office at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. If where you're fancying to go in 2016 isn't in this list of top 12, please do post on my Facebook page where you're planning to go this year and the reasons why. You can follow me on Twitter at holiday_hut. So, fear of flying. As I mentioned, I used to be scared of flying. It's not funny. People who take the mickey are not nice people whatsoever. But there are ways to help. Various airlines do special courses for those who are scared to try and explain what happens. A combination of classroom, talking about it, then going up for a quick short flight. One such airline is easyJet, and the advantage of an easyJet course is that they have them around the country, so it's quite cheap as well. You don't have to travel to London, for example, to get on the course if you live in Belfast. So there are various options, which makes it more attractive. I interviewed Captain Chris Foster from easyJet way back in 2013 talking about their Fearless Flyer courses. And in my emails over the festive period, I had another email saying they've just released the courses for 2016. And they're being run in February, March, April and May, and June as well, around the country. And I will go through the dates at the end of the interview. So say this is in 2013, October 2013. So some of the stuff may be a little bit out of date, but the basics are good. It's there to help people who are scared of flying and try and combat that. So we're going to be talking about that, and at the end of the interviews I will go through the dates of the courses for this year, and also, of course, I will post the information at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. So let's get back to, let's start talking with Captain Chris Foster and find out why these courses are run.
Well, the Fearless Flyer course is a course basically envisaged to help people get over their phobia or their fear of flying, as the title would suggest. We've started running a course nearly a couple of years ago now, run a number of courses over that time, and really just help phobics retrain their mind, getting over their particular phobia. And of course, when we talk about phobia of flying, there are a number of factors that can be involved. Sometimes it's just, for example, being claustrophobic. Other times it's the fact that they're not in control. And other times it's just simply they don't really know what the noises and the sensations are. It's just that feeling out of their comfort zone. So we try and help people through that path.
I did used to have a problem when I was flying. I was really bad. I had to have valium in the end, and so I know how bad it can feel. And I think it was 2000 or 2001. The flight attendant, air stewardess, whatever, could see I was nervous, and she was trying to talk me through the takeoff procedures. But somebody didn't put the toilet seat down, so as soon as we got to a certain angle, there's a massive bang coming out of the toilet, and that sort of scared the life